This is. Can everyone hear us? Yeah. Hi, so this is Rye.
This is Noah.
We planned a speech about cheese and
Cheesy gems is how they're officially described.
and the importance of humor and comedy in a relationship. I don't know. All right, I'm not sure how to start.
You drag us to New Hampshire.
Right, because there are venues in New York that we could have.
And weren't we supposed to be in Bora Bora?
I know, what happened to that? The movie we watched last night was very Bora Bora. So
And then for the rehearsal dinner, you drag us to a delicious farmer's diner. A diner.
It was actually really good though.
It was good. Did you try the mac and cheese?
I had the corned beef hash.
It was really good.
Did you eat corned beef hash?
Nope.
And then after that, you take us to that amazing film. I mean, just a cinematic masterpiece. And then today, you drive us out to the middle of nowhere to look like, Camp Crystal Head from Friday the 13th. And then we go and we have free champagne, and then we have a prayer where we burn paper cranes of fear and resentment and throw them into the fire pit of renewal.
Ironically enough, if you could go pull out my card, the thing that I wrote, my biggest fear was having to write my fear on a piece of paper.
And then after that, you lead us down a majestic, winding, hilly path to the gracious floating gazebo of unity and water.
Yes. The only thing I really kind of feel unified with is nausea. And maybe it's my dad's a lawyer, or I'm Jewish, but I'm thinking of all the potential lawsuits. And wondering if people have Dramamine or arm floaties.
And then you ask us to open up a paper bag of majestic, culinary, sensible delights. And I mean, all I can say about that is, we're the cheesy part of this wedding?
So, alright, so we got that off our chest.
That's done. Wow. Thanks, guys.
We feel better.
We did write something, though.
Yeah. We did.
Like Ron, you're
Okay. Sorry. No,
later on your.
that's not it.
Now we're on the set of Arachnophobia.
No, I got it.
Look very pretty.
Is everyone okay? Oh, I got it. Oh. Okay, so this is okay. Here's the real
I
part.
want to think I was being fresh.
2 pounds ham, dozen eggs. That's the wrong. Okay. That's Catskills 1937 joke. Okay, here's for Rian. Forgive us because we're nervous. We don't normally get up in front of people and speak. Josh and Jerry.
His name's Jeff McLean.
Sorry. Jerry and Jeff.
Josh and Jeff.
Gay? You're gay?
We're at a gay wedding at Camp Crystal Head.
At Camp Crystal.
Semhar, you're going first.
Okay, I didn't know.
Did you get my text?
Yeah. Oh, they're gay. Okay. This is weird because I was Josh's roommate for about 4 years. So
Roommate.
okay, so here was the real part. Sorry. Jerry and John. Josh and Jeff. Comedy has always been an important part of your life. Understanding comedy is...
Just go from your heart, bro. Just go from there.
That's probably
There's nothing on this anyway.
Okay, so, alright, here's the thing. Here's why actually I think it's kind of perfect that... Can you hear us if we step away from the mic?
Yeah. We're like, and then...
Okay. Let it go. Okay. It's hard for me to say, I'm sorry. So here's the thing why I think it's kind of perfect that you had Rye and I speak about cheese and comedy. The thing that sort of gathers and unites a lot of the faces that I see here is musical theater. And now, not everybody. Even a musical theater girl is like, really? But when you talk about musical theater to other people that aren't sort of in it, a lot of the views that they have about musicals is that they are...
Brilliant.
No.
Wonderful.
No.
Culturally relevant.
They're cheesy. People think it's cheesy. And here's why I think they think that. Because I think that all of us here, the fans of musical theater, the people that do it, the people that don't even love it but are excited like when Grease comes on some TV channel late at night, is because people, I think, are sort of afraid to commit to the idea that two people can be so happy that they have to sing.
All the time.
And that sometimes that joy is just not enough. For example, here when you find something that singing's not enough, that you have to dance.
All the time.
And I think it's hard for people to commit to the idea that in the end, two people can actually find true love. And because that's what we see all the time at the end of every musical. Now you're not gonna.
Well, that doesn't happen all the time.
Right, it happens now. This is the thing.
Yeah, but if you're gonna say it happens in every single musical, then like West Side Story, that doesn't happen. Next to Normal, that doesn't happen.
Okay. Alright, West Side wasn't even that good. Okay, so it was good. Community theater. So and when you sort of look at art imitating life and life inspiring art, we have sort of two amazing examples of that. Now, all right, part two is this. We always feel so fortunate as performers to be cast in a show. And if you're not actors, to have that job that you love or to be on that team that you love. And often in those situations, you don't get to pick who you're working with, right? Who's in your cast. And these two people got to pick that, got to choose that. And that's an active choice. And if you want to take a spiritual or a religious view, maybe that choice was sort of made for them. There's good stuff's coming, so hold on. Alright, I'm going to look at the photographer in the boat and not my best friend. Alright, so you think, so you're in this cast, you feel so fortunate, but for those of us that have been in a long run, or been on a sports team for a long time, or been at that job for a long time, as fortunate as we are to do what we do and love what we do and get to do it with the person we love to do it with, it's hard to do it every day. And you feel sort of guilty. You're like, I don't want to do 2 shows on a Wednesday. You know, it's hard to do 2 shows on a Saturday, or you're getting a tiff about something.
Yeah, or you're splash binge drinking all night.
Yay, wedding. So you think, okay, how do I get through this, you know? And you sort of, again, at the same time, you feel guilty, like I should love every second of this. And here's the thing that I think these two guys have mastered. I had a conversation with Josh a week ago on the phone. And he was trying to figure out something about himself. He's like, I think I do this thing, I don't know, I don't want to, you know, say it in this tone. He's really trying to figure everything out. And that's kind of like what the rabbi was talking about up there. About really...
Happy Yom Kippur, Noah.
Because I'm not celebrating, I am going to hell, and being in nature for a Jew is hell. No cell phone reception. Alright, so for real, so back to, I'm almost done, but this is the real thing. Okay, so what I think they've mastered, or at least discovered the idea of, is in those moments when there's a fight or when there's a hard time, they're not fighting against each other. They're fighting for each other. Because when you're in a cast, or you're in a partnership, or you're married, or you're in a team, you want your teammate to be the best person they can be. Because your team is only as good as that, your cast is only as good as that, and your show, or your production, the love that you put out into the universe is only as good as each other. And so I think that call that Josh gave me, not mad, not saying I can't believe Jeff did this, or was stubborn about this, but saying what can I do to make this moment work, nails the point that we all need to remind ourselves of, is how to remember that we are fighting, not with each other, but for each other to make the team the best it can be. And that serves as an amazing example to all of us. So thank you for that.
And this thing about clap. Yeah. And that is an example of how they use their sense of humor. And you guys have the best sense of humor.
Yeah, no, because it's in those moments. He's reminding me of the lines I was supposed to say. But in those moments, it's that ability to have that lightness and that humor, and along those lines, that acceptance, and that almost appreciation and love for the fact that that person's a little uptight about this, and he gets so crazy. Like, that's the thing that we can fall in love with. And I know, I'm getting to know you so well, not only through you, but through Josh. And from that phone call, it's such an important phone call. That was like the biggest lesson for me, and I think for all of us. And that ability to laugh at it and embrace those quirks are what I think keep any sort of relationship or cast or production a lifelong run and not just a short run.
Like family opera run. I'm not talking anything short. And you guys, seriously, just so you know, like, you guys have the most amazing sense of humor with each other. It's very rare to see that with two people. It's amazing and beautiful. And we know, with all the plaid and sunflowers, with all the carrying the dog like it's a baby, with running around the floating gazebo of water and unity, of matching gingham shirts, of dancing in the street, of all that stuff, we know that you're going to give the rest of us a bunch of humor and love for the rest of our lives.
Yay.
Now eat your cheesy gems.